निशेषजाढ्यापः निशेषजाढ्यापः
दोस्तों वेलकम बैक टू चैनल विजडम सीए। यहाँ पे हम बात करेंगे आईसीएआई के डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म डिजिटल लर्निंग हब के बारे में। आईसीएआई की इस वेबसाइट के बारे में इसके पहले मैंने एक वीडियो बनाई थी, लेकिन उसमें मैंने कंप्लीट डेमो बताया नहीं था इस वेबसाइट के बारे में। कुछ लोगों के कमेंट्स भी आए थे कंप्लीट डेमो बताने के लिए।
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
We'll start in 2 to 3 minutes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good morning to one and all. This is Anaga Vanama, Vice Chairman of Sikasa Committee. My hearty welcome to you all for second day of Pragna students conference organized by Student Skill Enrichment Board of ICAI and hosted by Vijayawada branch of SARC of ICAI. Yesterday, we had wonderful day with valuable messages from our Honorable President ICAI, CA Nihar N. Jambusaria, Chairman of BOS Academic, CA Jayachara, and Chairman of SARC, CA K. Jalapati. The special session on the topic How to Crack CA Exams by CA Sharavana Prasad and 2 technical sessions on direct taxes and GST, which are very well coordinated by Session Chairman CA Gururaj Acharya and CA Sanghu Ramakrishna, would have given value addition to you all. All the student speakers done exceedingly well. I hand over the proceedings to Chairman Sikasa CAG Sri Shirin ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Now we are going to have
Madam, unmute yourself.
Thank you, Anaga. Now we are going to have special session on interaction with BYS by Dr. Mitali Patak. She is with us, who is going to give us the latest updates about the initiatives taken by BYS for the benefit of the students. I assume that the session is very useful to you all, and you can raise the queries if you face any issue regarding compliances with BYS regarding examinations and forms to be uploaded or SSP portal. And it is followed by technical session on Companies Act with the session chairman CAT Vijay. And at 12:30, we got the golden opportunity of listening to our great leader CMP Vijay Kumar, Central Council member and conference director of this conference. Please be tuned till the end. Before moving forward, I request Sikasa committee member Yash Gupta to introduce Dr. Mitali Patak.
Good morning, everyone. It's a great privilege. Good morning to one and all. This is a great privilege and great honor given to me to introduce Dr. Mitali Patak. Coming to her achievement, she is born on 10th May 1979. Dr. Mitali Patak is an MBA from Guru Jambeshwar University, Hisar. She has completed a doctorate in the field of management from Guru Jambeshwar University, Hisar. Dr. Mitali Patak is presently working as Secretary, Board of Studies Operations, Student Skill Enrichment Board, ICI. Board of Studies Operation SSCB was formed in the year 2020. She is founder secretary of the Board of Studies Operation. She has completed a doctorate in the field of management and has been associated with ICI for the past 13 years. Before taking up as secretary, Board of Studies Operations, she has successfully discharged her responsibility of secretary, career counseling group, and successfully handled the execution of soft skills course for CA students all over the country. It's a great honor to have you in this 2 days conference, ma'am.
Thank you, Yash. Thank you, Shirin ma'am, for introducing me to the lively, vibrant, and intellectual audience. A very good morning to each one of you, the SICASA chairman, the SISC chairman, the dignitaries, the session chairmen, the student speakers, and most worthy dear students who all are connected through this virtual platform. I feel really joy and immense in sharing my experience that I have been connected and being part of this Vijayawada conference, which gives me an immense joy and pleasure that through this technology, we all have been connected from all corners of the nation, I would say, each one sitting at its own place, and we then are connected. See, past couple of months, or I should say last 2 years, have not been very healthy for all the entire economy and the mankind fraternity, because something COVID-like thing came and which abrupted the normal course of action. So what COVID taught us? The biggest lesson of a life, that life is full of uncertainties. Though we all are aware that life is full of uncertainties, but COVID when came actually taught us that life is full of uncertainties. Abruptly, overnightly, it halted the entire economy. We all were under lockdown. We had locked ourselves and we were at home. The second biggest lesson what COVID taught us was to look forward. In spite of all these negativities, in spite of all the odds what we had faced, the entire mankind faced, the economy faced, so many things we had faced. But COVID taught us to move forward. Leaving all those negativities, the odds, the faults, the grievances, we have to move forward. And that is what all about life is. It's not a roller coaster ride. Life is all about ups and downs. And as a student, as a budding chartered accountant student, I can really understand the kind of pressure what our students face in today's scenario, because they have to master their technical skills also, and they have to master the other skill sets also, which the organization is looking forward. Undoubtedly, it's proven that chartered accountants have a technically qualification. They have a niche over others. But what about other skill sets? Other skill set, when I talk about what the market is looking about. As a chartered accountant, you need to meet so many clients, whether you're home ground client or an international client. You need to present yourself before the appellate authorities. You need to handle so many projects. So are only technical skills required? In today's scenario, the answer is no. If you're technically sound, but your other skills are not very sharpened up, I don't think so that we fit to the tagline, then we are a true business solution provider. Today, the organizations are looking forward for a person who has full technical skills loaded with a good communication, personality, the leadership skill, and most importantly, what I understand is the time and stress management skill. Often we keep on saying, बहुत stress है life में, बहुत stress है. कभी exam का stress है. Rather, I would relate to this conference. After my session, the student speakers who are today going to perform, they will be under stress. Oh, we have our session, let us revise, let us recap, because our session is there. Those 10 minutes, 20 minutes are so maybe little bit stressful for them. Dear students, life will never be stress-free. Life will never be complete without problems. We are only stress-free once we are no more. If we have stress, if we are able to cope up with the stress, if we are able to move forward, it means we are alive, we are agile. God has gifted us with opportunities which we need to overcome, which we need to see. So never get afraid of stress. Never ever get afraid of stress. But when we cook a dish, I mean a vegetable, we add an apt amount of salt to it. You get my point? The salt. Salt is the most important ingredient, one of the most important ingredient in the dish. A little higher ruins the dish, a little less, we don't find the apt taste. So take stress as the apt salt to your life. A little amount of stress is always required to be a go-getter, to have a kickstart. Every day is a new morning. And your biggest competitor is not your friend, is not the coaching center guy, is not the person who has stood first. The biggest competitor is you yourself. You are your competitor. Push yourself hard, every day hard, that I have to achieve more. I have to improve on my skills. It's nothing, never get demotivated and after seeing that the person is doing much better. You are best in your own capacity. You have your own capacity. You are best in your own sense. But you need to brush up your skills each and every day. And for this purpose only, the formation of Student Skills Enrichment Board has been formed to provide the hand-holding to our students, where the students already academic is taking care of the sessions, that curriculum part. The Student Skill Enrichment Board is taking care of all these kind of conferences, the seminars where students get the platform to showcase their talent, to showcase their ability. And I always urge to students that the conferences like this at such a stature, students should participate so that they get to learn from their fellow colleagues, fellow participants. And it is a platform where exchange of knowledge is always there. And there is no end to grasping knowledge. Don't let that hunger die in you. Don't let that hunger die. Hunger for improving, hunger for gaining more knowledge. Let that spark be inside you. No matter, you may have flunked a day before, but today is a new start. Don't hold on to those negativities. Don't hold on to those failures. Don't hold on to those audacities. No, keep an eye on tomorrow, learning the lessons from the past, that what went wrong, what was the thing which I didn't perform, that is the why I am not able to perform further. So take a lesson from your past, keep an eye on the future, and work on those things. Do a SWOT analysis. Do a SWOT. Give at least 30 minutes to yourself, closing all your WhatsApp, all your mobile phones. Just relax, talk to yourself and analyze what I did today in the whole day. What was the takeaway in the whole day? Like Student Skill Enrichment Board is organizing various other activities such as orientation program, management and communication skills, IT, advanced IT, industrial training, and other activities. When I talk about orientation program, by and large, students say, what have you ever analyzed what is the need of that orientation program? Why it is so important? Why institute has made it mandatory? When you enter into the institute, orientation program designed to make you acquaint with what institute is all about, what our branches are all about, what our regional councils are all about. Plus, after the completion of this OT and IT program, you will be going to join the articleship. So once you enter into the office of a principal should also feel pride in training you that yes, he is my article. You'll be going to meet the clients outside, maybe national clients, international clients, or appellate authorities. You're not representing only yourself, you're representing your principal. And these orientation programs are designed in a manner that once you are entering into the principal's office, you know how to talk, the attire, the personality, and most importantly, the time management. So these are some of the key ingredients which are most importantly required to improve upon. And when we talk about IT skills, see, today the scenario is technology driven, and one has to keep a pace with the IT. A person who doesn't know IT stands nowhere. So the programs are designed in a manner that whatever updated technologies are there, the students are being provided hands-on training. So keep an abreast with the updating technology. These programs were designed at the intermediate level once you are registered in the intermediate course and you're yet to join the articleship. See, once you join the articleship, it is not only your responsibility, you are carrying the name of the principal, carrying the name of the institute. You are a budding chartered accountant, and just imagine the prefix in before your name, CA. The name carries a value. You have to live up to that value. There is a tagline for the chartered accountants, business solution providers. It's not for the MBAs. It's not for any other profession. Why only chartered accountancy course? Why Narendra Modi, our Honorable Prime Minister of India, says that even the signature of a PM doesn't carry that value what the signature of a chartered accountant. Can you imagine? The highest authority, I mean the PM of the country, and the signature, it's not only a signature what you people do, what chartered accountants do. It carries integrity, it carries ethics, it carries the economy's financial condition. So that kind of responsibility chartered accountant is entrusted with. So live up to that responsibility. When you step out of the office, when you step out of an office, you're carrying the responsibility of the principal's name. You're carrying the responsibility of ICAI, and you're carrying the responsibility of what nurturing your parents have given to you. So all these responsibilities are on your shoulders. So we need to have that much of capability that we are able to face those responsibilities and take up the challenges. Once you are through with all these courses, before writing the final exam, you have 2 more compulsive courses. One is the management and communication skills course, and second is the advanced ITT course. Now, management and communication skills course is again a 15 days course, and it is also designed in a manner that once you are out of this chartered accountancy course and ready to face the campus life, you are aware that what the recruiter is looking forward for, what the market is really looking forward for. See, the institute is providing various handholdings to bridge the gap between the marketer expectation and our students. And the skill set basically is a medium to fill up those gaps. So any kind of opportunities what you get through these conferences, the branches are organizing various seminars, various programs where these kind of platforms are there where you can showcase your inner ability. It not only enhances the technical skills, but I'm 100% sure that it really boosts the confidence also when we are putting our thoughts forward before the audience. So many people are watching you, so many people are analyzing you. So it really boosts up the confidence, and each and every day, inch by inch, we are improving ourselves. So this is the beauty of the Student Skill Enrichment Board. Besides this, we'll be having very soon the international conference also for CA students, which will be organized in the month of January. And we'll be soon coming up with the announcement. The dates are under consideration. but month of January, most likely we'll be having the international conference where students from across the globe will be participating. And I would request each one of you to come forward and send your articles and enrich yourself over this platform where you will have an exchange of knowledge, where you meet your fellow colleagues, fellow chartered accountants of other countries, where you get to understand what all things are going on. Besides this, we have an dedicatedly articleship and industrial training portal where the institute provides a hand-holding to the students, where the students can come, register, industries are there, firms are there, so that a unique platform is there where the student can get the requisite kind of an industry or a firm where he wants to have an exposure. These 3 years of training are really mandatory. It is something known as the backbone of the chartered accountancy course. By and large, I think you all have been listening, and from your principals also, from your mentors also, that the student who actually toils himself or herself during these 3 years of articleship training will really come out to be a very different kind of a chartered accountant, because that over there you get to know the practical side of the things. Practical exposure is there in those 3 years of articleship training. So do consider these trainings as one of the most important part of your journey. Only auditing, taxation, books, RTPs, mock tests are a part of the journey. But besides that, there is much more to learn. And always remember, whenever you are in such kind of platforms or GMCS class or OC class or wherever, we should have the habit to have a takeaway. That's why I said, after the end of this conference also, just understand one thing. What was the takeaway from this conference? There are so many students all across India, all across world, but why only a couple of students come up to the conference, right? So always challenge yourself. Always challenge yourself. Always do a SWOT time and again, so that you are able to overcome your threats, work on the opportunities, improve your strength, strengthen your strength. Life will always be up and down. The nature says sun will set and sun will rise. The day which is over is over. Let's not talk about the past. Let us think about what is going to happen tomorrow. So accordingly, focus on the upcoming exams. Focus on your articleship training. I'm sorry, I'm having a bad throat. Sorry for the interruption.
Please have some water, ma'am.
And ma'am, actually the weather is changing now, so little bad throat. So always grab the opportunities wherever it comes to you. And branch has organized such a wonderful conference. From my side, heartiest congratulations to the branch for organizing such a wonderful conference, and the entire team of Sikasa who have been working day in, day out for the success of the conference. Thank you. If there are any questions, I would really love to reply to the students.
Good morning, ma'am. I would like to ask a question. There is a wonderful platform called ICA Digital Learning Hub. So, how exactly is that useful for the C aspirants?
See, the Digital Learning Hub, as the name suggests, it's a hub of knowledge, digital hub of knowledge, you can say, where Board of Studies has uploaded its lectures, online lectures, recorded lectures are there, where the students can go view those lectures, have the takeaways from those lectures, and it has a lot of information over there. So as per your choice, as per your liking, as per the need, you can visit that portal, and over there you have a ocean of knowledge. Subject wise information is there. The board has uploaded its modules, its lectures are there, so accordingly you can have a look over there. If any student has missed out LBC classes or other classes, So it is a hand-holding provided by the institute that the student sitting across anywhere, anytime, can view those things and take the benefit out of it.
Thank you, ma'am. That's great opportunity for all of us.
One more question, madam. What are the different types of questions introduced in case study digest for CA final students?
Regarding this particular question, I would request you to mark a mail to BIOS Academic. BIOS Academic is the one which is taking care of the academic curriculum. From operation side, we take up for the students' activities. You can mark a mail to BIOS Academic. Vandana, madam.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Welcome.
Ma'am, I want to ask one question, please. Ma'am, you told that international conference would be held in the month of January. So, how will the students come to know, and what is the exact process to participate in that?
We'll be coming up with the announcement very soon. The announcement shall be hosted on the website, and accordingly, there'll be topics assigned to the conference on what topics you can participate. Accordingly, you need to write up the articles. Articles will be sent to BOS, and based on the vetting and other things, the finalists will be asked to present their paper in the international conference. Through the website, through mass mail, through other means, social medias, institute social media platforms, you'll get to know the entire information of the students international conference. Plus, we are having the national talent hunt. I think national talent hunt is right now going on branch wise. And the last day to participate in the national talent hunt, which is organized by branches, is 31st of October. So we've urged all the branches to propagate it and name so that students can take more participation in it. And then the winners of the branch level will compete at the regional level, and the regional level will compete at the national level. These are the stages.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, one more question, ma'am. How can a student publish his or her article in Students' Journal issued by ICA every month?
Actually, right now the journal is comprising of capsules. It comes in capsule form where the faculty is preparing for the particular lesson or a particular topic, and it is getting published. In the journal itself, you will be having the mail ID of the concerned people. One is Dr. Ruchi, another is Taruna Kohli. You can send a mail to them mentioning about the things that you want to get your article published. So they'll revert back to you in the student journal.
Any more questions from students? Okay. Thank you, ma'am, for updating our students about various initiatives taken by BOS and enlightening them on the importance of article training, GMCS, and their orientation and ITC courses, and also resolving our queries from our students. And in spite of your bad health, also you joined to our conference. Thank you so much. And we had
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you to the entire Vijayawada team and the branch for inviting me, for sharing my thoughts and interacting with the students. And I congratulate the entire team of Vijayawada and for a successful conference. And I'm sure the conference is going to rock.
Thank you. Thank you.
All the best. Thank you.
We will be having third technical session on Companies Act by our session chairman, C.A. Thotapalli Vijay. C.A. Thotapalli Vijay sir is with us. The session is going to have 4 topics which will be presented by 4 student speakers. The topics are Ravi Bojaria from Assam on the topic treatment of unsecured loans, and Paras Kumar Patro from Odisha on the topic of incorporation of the company Spice Farms, and Abhinash Pradhan from Tamil Nadu on the topic of annual filing practical aspects. and Naina Agarwal from Assam on the topic of registration, modification, and satisfaction of the charges. Now, I request Secretary of Sikasa of Vijayawada branch, Bhuma Syamala, to invite session chairman and student speakers.
Good morning, one and all. This is Shyamala. Now, Vijay Totupalli, he has. Good morning, one and all. This is Shyamala. Vijay Totupalli has more than 30 years post experience and also has 17 years experience working with PwC, EY, and Deloitte. He has exposure in Indian accounting standards, IFRS, and UK GAAP. He worked on statutory audit of listed companies, Indian accounting standards, implementation of large PSU, internal control on financial reporting validations, limited review of listed companies, internal audits, IT general control reviews, migration testing, business process control review, income tax representation and filings, GST compliances and GST audits. Also worked as a member of the senior management team of PwC India outsourcing project, having exposure to a range of sectors via manufacturing, metals and minerals trading, technology, banking and retail. Regular speaker in various forums. Was also co-opted member of Indian AIS Implementation Committee of ICAI for the year 2016-17. At present, co-opted member of Auditing and Assurance Standard Board of ICAI for the year 21-22. Co-opted member of Companies Law Committee in Federation of Telangana Chamber of Commerce. Conveyor of Company Law, Audit and Accounting Standards, Study Group at ICAI Hyderabad. Technical Reviewer, member of FRRG Hyderabad. Thank you. And I invite Anaga and Vamsi to read the profiles of the student speakers of this session.
Thank you, Shamla. A very good morning to one and all present here, and I welcome you to the second day session. And I, along with Anaga, Sikasa team members, would like to take you through the profiles of today's technical session speakers, starting with Ravi Bajoria presenting his paper on treatment of unsecured loans. Ravi Bajoria, with his love for meaningful conversations, has registered to participate in this conference to showcase his talent in the public speaking. Born and brought up in the beautiful city of Guwahati, he has dreamt of becoming a well-qualified CA, and I hope he'll become soon. Good luck, Ravi Bajoria. Moving on to the next participant.
Second person is Paras Kumar. His topic is Incorporation of Companies Spice. Paras Kumar loves the art of speaking, presenting, and communicating. He's a winner at local branch level and regional level ICI National Talent Hunt competition and has participated at National Talent Hunt ICI competition elocution. He has finished his CA inter with exemption in all 8 subjects, 515 of 800, and has a hobby of coin collections.
Moving on to the third participant, we have Avinash Pradhan presenting his paper on annual filings. Avinash Pradhan is a leadership expert who delivers high-energy keynote presentations that challenges audience to leverage their focus and pay attention to what matters most at work and life. He is pursuing his articleship under Krishnan Sankaran and Associates in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, earned his BCom from Utkal University, Odisha, and the Certified Speaking Professional designation from the same university by completing Diploma in Communicative English. He has received numerous awards as a professional speaker from national and regional conferences organized by ICA and other institutions. His strong background is learning, development, and managing implementable strategies that help students to avoid distractions, stop interruptions, prioritize daily objectives, and say no to requests that steal time from real goals and priorities. I wish him very good luck going into the competition. And the final participant.
Moving on to Naina Agarwal, the fourth participant. Her topic is on registration, modifications, and satisfaction. Naina Agarwal is from Guwahati. She is a CA finance student doing articleship from P. Gagar and Associates, which is a Guwahati-based firm. She has been participating in various programs organized by the ICASA in the past months. And this time she wished to participate in paper presentation as well. She aims to be a better public speaker ahead and build her career in the finance world. Thank you, sir. I hand over the proceedings to session chairman, Vijay Totupalli, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sikasa team, and thank you, Vijayawada branch, for giving an opportunity to be part of this great seminar or workshop with the students. And during this session, all the 4 participants, as has been narrated, will speak more on the important topics related to the order of the day, i.e., the incorporation of companies, how it needs to be done, and the treatment of unsecured loans, which is very important and where things are going wrong. Also, the annual filing. I mean, although it has been frequently extended due to the pandemic, so there is a need to know more about this aspect. Finally, not the it's not the least, but it's the most important topic where even the Schedule 3, there is an amendment for companies, to showcase, to write something on the modification and satisfaction of charges in the notes to accounts. So that particular topic also will be dealt with. And I request the branch branch team, Sikasa team, to narrate the rules for each of the participant. I feel, if everyone will take around 15 minutes or even more, 15 to 20, to dive down their topic. And then, because we have, I think we have time, since there are 4 participants, if each one of them takes around 15 minutes, it will come to an hour. So it will be nice to see their views on each of these topics. And if there are any ground rules which has been set by the Sikasa team, they can well narrate to participants in terms of adhering to the timelines and do's and don'ts. If it has already been communicated, it's fine. But nevertheless, I request them to just say a few words on how do each of the participants should go about his or her presentation for today's session. So I request the Sikasa team members to just say a few words on how to take this session forward in terms of the administrative aspects, to just reiterate the understanding to the participants. May I ask the Sikasa chairman to just say a few words, please, on do's and don'ts for the participants for this session? Just to.
We have already, excuse me. We have already shared in the WhatsApp group, sir. We have created one WhatsApp group and already shared what they have to, what they should do, what they should not do, and we already communicated. We will move on to the technical session, sir.
Fair enough. Fair enough. If it is already connected, I hope every one of you are aware of what is the time. And since I have said 15 minutes, the earlier thing I was being told 10 minutes only. Okay, take 5 more minutes or even more, to narrate your aspect with respect to the topic, what has been allocated to you. Don't let's see how how you take us through the important topics which has been allocated to you in this session.
Good morning, sir. Vijay, sir. This is branch chairman Purna speaking, sir. How are you?
Purna garu bagunandi. Thank you.
Fine, sir. How are you? Sir, actually, yesterday, you can do in whatever you want, sir. Let them present their presentation first, and then at the end, you can give a gist of all the paper presenters' topic, or what all they presented, and what all they missed out, if at all, is there any. They can, and Q&A session can be at the end. Otherwise, you can, after immediately presenting one person, like Paras, after presentation, you can discuss about his topic, what all he missed. You can do one after one, or let them present all their topics, and then at the end also you can do, sir. What either of the is fine with us. Okay, right?
Yeah, Purnagar, it is better, once we see all the presenters and then, take them, give the comments if at all it is required, it will be great. Instead of, at the end of each session, narrating what went well and what needs to be done better, things like that. So I feel we do it at the end of the session.
Yes.
once all the 4 participants complete their presentation.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll do that. Okay. Right.
Thank you. So may I request the first participant to come up with his presentation? That will be nice.
Yes, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Sir, I'm not the host. I need to present. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah. Ravi, we are doing it. Just
Yeah,
one second.
yeah.
Just, you can.
Sure. Yeah.
Then you can share your screen. Okay. Have been made co-host, Ravi. Go ahead. You can share your screen now. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Ravi, you can go ahead, please.
Yes, sir.
The time limit for each student is given 20 minutes, sir.
Okay, 20 is good time.
20 minutes, and after 4 sessions, you can have a half-an-hour session till 12:30. It will be continued, sir.
Yeah, even if they take 5 more minutes this way, that way, doesn't matter.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, yesterday, when I was interacting with the students, they were said only 10 minutes is allocated. So I was a little scared. Anyway, good that you said it is 20 minutes. It's a good time. And I request the first participant, Ravi, to just, go ahead with his presentation, please. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sir, is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. So good morning, everyone present here. So the topic for today is treatment of unsecured loans as per the Companies Act 2013. Let's understand, what does loan mean? Loans is not defined anywhere in the Companies Act 2013. However, in normal parlance, any transaction in which money is given with the intention to be returned, either with or without interest, is termed as loan. All right. So coming to the introductory portion, there are several ways in which a company can raise long-term capital. For example, by way of equity shares, preference shares, debentures, or accepting money by way of deposits or loans. And our focus here would be on the 4th point. So moving on to the 4th pointer, unsecured loans are usually given at a fairly higher interest rate by the financial institutions as compared to secured loans. Also, at times, it takes a lot of time for lenders to decide whether to issue an unsecured loan to the company, as they assess company's credit history, recent borrowings, and various other parameters as well. Generally, such long-term capital is utilized for expansion purpose. For example, purchase of non-current assets such as property, plant, and equipment, tangible assets, intangible assets, etc. Sometimes the companies are in need of short-term and immediate funding requirements. In closely held companies, generally private companies, the directors and shareholders provide such short-term finance. Under the Companies Act, there are some important provisions for raising such short-term finance. Let's look at those provisions. Okay, so sections 179 and 180 deal with such aspects. Section 179 of the Companies Act 2013 provides to take prior consent of the board to borrow money. As per section 179 subsection 3, the board of directors shall exercise its power to borrow money on behalf of the company by means of resolutions passed at the meetings of the board. Section 180 of the Companies Act provides to take prior consent of the members of the company by way of a special resolution to borrow money, where the money to be borrowed together with the money already borrowed by the company will exceed an aggregate of its paid up share capital, free reserves, securities premium, apart from the temporary loans obtained from the company's bankers in the ordinary course of business. Section 180 does not apply to private company, and as such, private company can continue to borrow money by simply passing board resolution, even if the borrowed amount exceeds the above specified limit. Let's take an example here. If XYZ Private Limited and ABC Limited, both are having paid up share capital of rupees 100 crores, free reserves of 50 crores, securities premium of rupees 20 crores, and current borrowed amount of rupees 5 crores. Then the amount to be borrowed, the amount to be borrowed by way of passing board resolution will be up to rupees 175 crores. That is coming as per the calculation 100 plus 50 plus 20 and plus 5 for both private as well as public company. However, if ABC limited company wants to borrow above rupees 175 crores, then it will have to pass special resolution in the general meeting. But if XYZ private limited company wants to do the same, it does not have to pass any special resolution. Moving on, there are circumstances wherein a company is in urgent need of financing. As a contingency plan, it may become relevant to take the loan from the directors. Such kind of an arrangement has its own perk of raising loan with low or no rate of interest in the hands of the company. Before we discuss the issue in hand comprehensively, let us try to gauge the importance of securing a loan by a company from its director. A director's loan to a company can be with or without interest rate, thereby giving an option of better credit terms in the loan agreement. Also, unlike in the case of bank financing, wherein the security has to be pledged, there is always an option of raising a collateral-free loan from the director. Two loans from director fall into the category of related party transactions. A lot of people have this doubt. Well, it is explicitly stated in section 2, subsection 76 of the Companies Act 2013 that any director or key managerial personnel is a related party except for managing director or the whole-time director. However, lending money does not fulfill the transactions as per section 188 of the Companies Act 2013. Therefore, there is no need to follow the compliance and legal requirements of section 188. Loans versus deposits. Well, loans and deposits are not synonyms. Although in both one party lends money and the other party receives it, but there's a small difference between the two. Firstly, the interest rate in deposits is low as compared to loans. Secondly, the deposits are payable on demand subject to certain conditions, whereas loans are paid as per the agreement between the two parties. However, the obligation to pay money arises as soon as the loan is received. Now, there must be clarity on whether the amount falls under the category of a loan or a deposit. As per Rule 2 of Chapter 5 of the Company's Acceptance of Deposits Rules 2014, if the director gives a declaration in writing that the amount given to the company by him or her is not being given out of borrowed funds, then the transaction would not fall under the category of deposit. Thus, it can be considered as a loan to the company. Rule 2 also states that a deposit includes any receipt of money by way of loan or deposit, except in some cases. The exception covered under this rule does not mention the amount given by the director to the company in case the director has given money out of the borrowed funds. Thus, in that case, wherein the director has given the money out of the borrowed funds, the transaction would fall under the category of deposit. Moving on to the general compliance requirements to be followed in case of both loan and deposit. As per the recent amendment to Companies Acceptance of Deposit Rules 2014, every company except government companies must file a return in form DPT3 of deposits, transactions that are not considered as deposits or both. Also, the one-time return of outstanding receipt for the previous financial year of money or loan, but not considered as deposits, to be specified in form DPT3 within 90 days of the beginning of the next financial year. Moving on to the disclosures in the financial statements. Rule 16A, as per the Rule 16A of Chapter 5 Companies Acceptance of Deposits Rules 2014, for both public and the private company, it is mandatory to disclose about the amount received from the director as an unsecured loan in their financial statements. And there is an amendment to the Division 2 that for the Ind AS compliant companies, several amendments have been made there. The following are the amendments that are brought for Ind AS compliant companies only in respect of preparation and presentation of the financial statements. The non-current and current loans shall be classified as follows: loans receivables considered good, that is secured; loans receivables considered good unsecured. Third is loans receivables, which will have a significant increase in credit risk. Fourth, loans receivables credit impaired. The earlier classification for the same was as follows: secured, that is considered good; unsecured, considered good; and doubtful. Well, that's all I had to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ravi, for your brief presentation. We will talk about your presentation at the end of this session. So kindly bear with us. May I now request the second participant of
Yes, sir.
today's session to take us through his presentation on the SPICE 2 incorporation of the company. Over to Paras Kumar Partho for his presentation.
Sir, is it visible?
Yes, it is. Yeah, please go.
Namaste, Adab, Sat Shri Akal, Kemcho, Namaskaram. This is Paras Kumar Patro, a C aspirant from Berhampur, Odisha. I am very much delighted to present my thoughts on the topic incorporation of company SPICE. So let us begin with the fundamentals. What do you mean by incorporation? Incorporation is the legal process used to register or form a corporate entity. In India, the incorporations are governed by the provisions of the Companies Act 2013. Company is an artificial juridical entity and having a separate legal entity status. As per Section 2, Clause 20 of the Companies Act 2013, company means a company incorporated under this act or under any previous company law. Now let us understand what is SPICE Plus or SPICE. SPICE stands for Simplified Proforma for Incorporating Company Electronically. It is an integrated web form offering 10 services by 3 central government ministries and departments such as Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Labour, Department of Revenue in Ministry of Finance, and one state government, Maharashtra. It was introduced to promote ease of doing business in India, and it saves many procedure, time, and cost for starting up a business in India in company form. However, SPICE Plus is divided into two parts, Part A and Part B. Part A contains all details with respect to name reservation of the new company, and Part B contains all other details with respect to incorporation of the new company. Now, how to log in into SPICE Plus? First, we need to visit the MCA portal through this web address, mca.gov.in. Then we have to go on MCA Services tab and go to SPICE Plus option and click on it. Then we will be displayed SPICE Plus dashboard. In this, we will be displayed new application and existing application. Click on new application in case fresh application needs to be submitted, and click on existing application. The user can view application numbers along with proposed or approved name. Now let us discuss both Part A and Part B in a detailed manner. As I mentioned earlier, Part A is responsible for name reservation of the new company. Spice plus Part A can be submitted individually for name reservation or can be submitted together with Part B for name reservation as well as incorporation. If Spice Plus is used for name approval plus incorporation together, only one choice of name is allowed. However, if Spice Plus Part A is submitted individually for name reservation, Part B and all other linked forms shall be available once after the Part A name is approved, that is, the name is reserved. User needs to fill the details such as type of company, class of company, category of company, and subcategory of company. So this is the chart or help kit for filling the details such as type of company, category of company, subcategory of company, and class of company. Type of company include producer company, unlimited company, OPC private company, and etc. Class of company includes public, private, and OPC companies. Category of company includes limited by shares, limited by guarantee, and unlimited company. Subcategory of company includes union government company, state government company, non-government company, and etc. Now, let us understand the concept of suffix. Suppose there is a company named ABC, then the suffix will be used in the following manner. If it is a OPC, the full name would be ABC OPC Private Limited. In case of a private limited company other than a producer company, it would be ABC Private Limited. In case of a private limited company, producer company, it would be ABC Producer Company Limited. In case of public limited company, it would be ABC Limited. In case of unlimited liability private company, it would be ABC Private Unlimited. In case of an unlimited liability public company, it would be ABC Limited. We are restricted to use abbreviations such as PVT, PVT dot, and etc. Now you must be wondering what is producer company. So producer company uh, is a detailed technical definition as defined under Companies Act 2013 as per section 465. Since my discussion is on Spice Plus, I will stick to a narrow definition, which is a body corporate having an object that is one or all of the following: production, harvesting, procurement, grading, and other related activities. However, there exists a technical definition in section 465 of the Companies Act, which needs to fulfill all of the following conditions here. Suffix shall not be applied to Section 8 companies. Ensure that the name does not prohibit Section 4 subsection 2, 4 subsection 3 of the Companies Act, and does not prohibit Rule 8 of the Companies Incorporation Rule 2014. In choose file button, we can attach an optional attachment such as NOC, trademark details, detailed main object to be provided to ROC here. We then click on auto check option to perform automatic scrutiny of the proposed name. Once part A is complete, user gets three options: submit for name reservation, proceed for incorporation, or cancel button. Upon the receipt of an application, registrar may, on the basis of information and documents furnished along with application, reserve the name for a period of 20 days from the date of approval. In case of application of reservation of name or for change of its name by existing company, the registrar may reserve the name for a period of 60 days from the date of approval. This is defined under section 4 subsection 4 and section 4 subsection 5. After reservation of name of the proposed company, if it is found that the name was applied for furnishing wrong or incorrect information, then company not incorporated, reserved name shall be held cancelled and penalty not exceeding 1 lakh shall be levied. And company, if incorporated, name to be changed by web service run, reserve unique name, or to make a petition for winding off, and ROC may take an action for striking off. Approved name and related incorporation details as filled in Part A would be automatically pre-filled in other related forms. If opted for incorporation, proceed for incorporation, Part B gets opened automatically. Then we will understand what is Part B. It can be submitted as a seamless process in continuation of Part A. Each section contains save and continue button. Each section contains check form validation. In case Spice Plus party is already approved, the approved name shall be pre-filled and non-editable. That is, it cannot be changed. These following basic details are discussed in a more detailed manner in the following slides. Now we shall understand Spice Plus Part B, structure of the company portion. We have to select whether the articles are entrenched compared to the standard template of AOA as notified under company law. Make sure that the article number matches with the form Spice plus AOA INC 34 or attached article of association. Enter the number of articles which are entrenched. Based on the number entered, field shall be enabled to enter short description of the entrenchment. Minimum authorized and subscribed share capital, as you see here, is rupees 1 in case of OPC, rupees 2 in case of private company, and rupees 7 in case of public company. At least one kind of share capital, equity, or preference should be greater than 0 in number of shares here and amount of shares. Then we will understand SPICE plus Part B, address of the company section. In case company established its registered office after incorporation, correspondence address shall be the mailing address for all notices and communications from registered office. Ensure correspondence address is of the same state where company is willing to have its registered office. Ensure that email ID is proper. Ensure that correct PIN code is entered. Select yes if address for correspondence is same as address of registered office of the company, and attach proof of office address and copy of the utility bill that is not older than 2 months. However, in vice versa case, select the no option. Utility bill is nothing but the bill of electricity, gas, and water. Then we will understand SPICE plus Part B, subscriber and director details section. The total number of first subscribers, non-individual plus individual, should comply with the following 3 conditions. It should be minimum 2 in case of private company, 7 in case of public company, 1 in case of OPC. It should be maximum 200 in case of private company. It should be equal to the number of members excluding proposed employees in case the company is not having share capital. However, for practical purposes, total number of first subscribers are restricted to 7, considering the possibility of affixing maximum DSCs, digital signature certificates, in form INC 33 and INC 34. In second row of the table given, enter the name and enter the number of the non-individual first subscribers. In third row of the table, enter the number of the subscribers who are also proposed to be the directors of the company. In fourth row of the table given, enter the total number of the proposed directors of the company. Directors not having DIN cannot be more than 3 in numbers. Total number of directors should be minimum 1 in case of OPC, 2 in case of private company other than a producer company, 3 in case of public company, 5 in case of producer private company. Total number of directors cannot be more than 20 in numbers. Wrong information may result into duplicity of the issued pins and be subjected to punishment under section 159 and 155 of Companies Act. Then this is the continuation of the portion subscriber and director details. We have 4 options available here: particulars of non-individual first subscriber, particulars of individual first subscriber other than subscriber come director, particulars of individual first subscriber come director, particulars of directors other than first subscriber. If I click on any of the point available here, I will be driven into a much more detailed version or elaborate version of that point. Suppose I click on here, I will be driven into this format: particulars of individual first subscriber other than subscriber come director. I have to enter the DIN number here, I have to enter the name which gets automatically pre-filled, and I have to enter the number and amount of shares. Then we will study DIN along with directorship study in case of SPICE plus Part B. Enter personal details, occupational details, and educational qualification. Personal identification document could be PAN or passport. The details will be verified through PAN records. In case of mismatch, error message will be displayed. Designation could be director, managing director, full-time director, or nominee director. Category could be promoter, professional, independent, or nominee. Enter proper email ID and address details of the proposed director. Proof of identity could be voter ID card, passport, or driving license. Residential proof could be bank statement, electricity bill, telephone bill, mobile bill. Attach copy of proof of identity and proof of address under attachment section. For the proposed directors having DIN, KYC norms would not be applicable, and proof of identity and residential proof shall not be required. Enter the number and amount of shares subscribed by the first subscriber. Then PAN or TAN information section in SPICE plus Part B. Enter the basic details for issuance of PAN such as area code, AUA type, range code, and select the source of income of the proposed company, such as PGBP income, capital gain income, house property income, other source income, and etc. For OPC, enter the name of the subscriber and nominee in case company is 1% company. Proposed nominee should not be nominee in any other OPC. Details of the nominee should be entered in the following manner. Enter the DIN if nominee is having a valid DIN and click on pre-fill button. In case nominee does not have a valid DIN, complete particulars manually. In case they're not entered, enter the PAN of the nominee director and click on Verify Details button. Then we will understand SPICE plus attachments. Upload mandatory attachments in web form, such as Memorandum of Association, Article of Association, Consent of Nominee, and etc. Memorandum of Association and AOA are mandatory only in following cases. Section 8 company, all or any of the non-individual first subscribers are based outside India. Number of subscribers, total number of first subscribers, non-individual and individual are more than 7. However, declaration by first subscribers and directors shall be mandatory where total number of subscribers and / or directors is greater than 20, or any such subscriber and / or directors does not have a DIN or PAN. If any subscriber to the proposed company is a company itself, then it is mandatory to attach resolution passed by the promoter company. However, if such subscriber is a foreign company, we need to attach a copy of certificate of incorporation of the foreign body corporate as well. If any of the subscriber or director, including subscriber cum director, does not have DIN, it is mandatory to attach proof of identity and residential address. In case of Section 8 company, it is mandatory to attach declaration in INC 14 and INC 15. Then we will understand declaration portion of SPICE Plus Part B. In declaration section, enter the applicant name and professional details. Select the professional such as chartered accountant, cost accountant, company secretary and advocate. Select whether he is an associate member or fellow member. Enter the membership number. Enter the certificate of practice member. One of the important point to note here is that if any person furnishes false or incorrect particulars of any information or suppresses material information of which he is aware in any of the documents filed with ROC in relation to registration of the company, he shall be liable for action under Section 447. The promoters, person named as first directors, and the person making such declaration shall be liable for action. Then once SPICE Plus is filled completely with all relevant details, it will be converted into PDF format. Also, all relevant link forms gets enabled, such as Agile Plus Pro, SPICE Plus AOA, SPICE Plus MOA, and etc. Declaration by all subscribers and first directors in INC 9 shall be generated in a PDF format. All check form and pre-scrutiny validations, except digital signature certificate validation, will happen on web form itself. Then we will understand what is Agile Pro web form. It is an application for goods and service tax identification number, employee state insurance corporation registration, employee provident fund organization registration, professional tax registration, opening of bank account. Ensure that the form is digitally signed by the proposed director or primary owner who has signed the SPICE Plus form, who is the authorized signatory. Please ensure that the authorized signatory is an Indian resident, Indian citizen, and having a proper PAN. Agile Plus form, Agile Pro web form looks like this. It is the format of Agile Pro. Then we will understand EMOA and EUA web form. Electronic Memorandum of Association is a charter of the company. It can be filled as a link form to SPICE Plus. It is mandatory to use EMOA and EUA in case the subscribers are up to 7 in the following scenarios. Individual subscribers are Indian nationals, non-individual subscribers based in India, individual subscribers who are foreign nationals in case they have a valid DIN and DSC, also submit a proof of valid business visa. Physical copies of MOA or AOA is required to be signed and attached in following cases. Section 8 company, all or any of the non-individual first subscribers are based outside India. Number of subscribers entered in the total number of first subscribers are more than 7. Individual foreign subscribers do not possess a valid business visa. Then we will understand electronic article of association, which it is a linked form to SPICE Plus containing all the matters relating to the internal affairs of the company. Stamp duty and registration charges depend on the share capital of the company. However, no such charges are payable up to a share capital of rupees 15 lakh. It is payable as per the nominal capital of the company, and it is a state in which the company's registered office is situated. It is pre-filled and is to be paid online. This is the format of SPICE Plus AOA. Now we will understand who is a nominee. In case of one-person company, the name of the person who, in the event of the death of the subscriber, shall become of the member of the company shall be mentioned who is nominee. Any provision in MOA or AOA in case of company limited by guarantee and not having share capital, providing any right to any person to participate in the divisible profits of company, otherwise than as a member, shall be void. Then URC1 web form layout and INC9 PDF generation. it is mandatory to file URC1 form containing the details of the existing entity. Basically, URC1 is filed when the conversion is made from LLP to company, from partnership form to company. Basically, conversion is made from non-company form of business to company form of business. Enter the details such as existing entity type, existing entity's name, existing entity's address, email ID, number of members as on the date of application. Now we will understand form number INC9. Based on the details of subscribers and directors entered in Part B, INC9 declaration form shall be auto-populated and available in dashboard for the user to download and affix DSCs. After affixing digital signature certificates in Spice Plus Part B and all other linked forms, user need to click on Upload Form option. Promoter directors will require DSC. MCA has facility for issuing DSC. On successful upload of forms, unique service request number gets generated and displayed to applicant. System prompts to make payment. This is the option to upload. System prompts user to make payment. After successful payment, work item gets routed to back office user for processing. The initiatives taken by government over the last few years has significantly advanced the process of company incorporation. It is seamless and fast procedure. This was formerly a tedious process that involved months of toil and labor. It involves best possible use of technology. A company may now get incorporated in a matter of days, thus making millions of dreams a reality. Now I want to share one of the beautiful quote said by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. If you want to shine like a sun, first burn like a sun. Thank you. I would like to extend gratitude to the ICI Vijayawada branch and Technical Sector Chairman Vijay Totapalli sir for conducting such a wonderful event, which will develop the skill set of the future CA aspirants. Thank you. That's all from my side.
Thank you, Paras. It was good presentation, and we'll give your comments at the end of this session when all the four participants are completed. May I now request the next participant, Avinash Pradhan, to talk about the annual filing and practical aspects.
Morning, sir.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I audible?
Yeah, Avinash, you can go ahead.
First of all, a very good morning to all of you present here. And I'm welcoming the city of temple, that is Vijayawada from Tamil Nadu, Chennai. I want to show you something in my screen. This is the portal of mother portal developed by the extraordinary portal from Ministry of Corporate Affairs. As you know that everybody is our means CA curriculum knows about MCA 21. So before going to my topic, I would like to say about this portal, because my topic itself is annual filing and practical aspects I would like to discuss here. Here is a portal which is designed by the MCA regarding that, because we are in the modern era and we are talking about artificial intelligence. So there is no physical form at all. We have to submit everything in online, that is electronic mode. So this side is relating to all the forms that I am going to discuss about the annual return before going to my topic. So these are the list of forms I would like to discuss after my one by one in my upcoming slide. So first of all, the introduction about my topic. The introduction will include the management and administration rule. Before going to anything, you have to know the standard operating procedure developed by the supreme authority. That means the rules you have to know. Then the annual return. What is the annual return and how it will be filed? Then responsibility, because as you know that company is a artificial person, and the responsibility denotes to some person at the end of the day, and the filing of annual return. And if you are not filing at the time, what will be happen? So first point is management and administration rule. Why it is? You should know basics about the rules. This is the basic of what it developed in 2014 and it launched in 2014. But year by year we are getting the amendment. I would like to discuss something about the rules. The rules is talking most about the annual return. It's talking about the definition first, the definition about the act, which act we are. So the Companies Act 2013, and then what are the forms included in annual return and who are the responsible person here, and the fees and penalties if you are not filing in time. The given time given by the MCA, you have to give the file, sorry, fees and penalties here. And what are the responsibility person? As you know that company is artificial person, and somebody and should be required to operate the company here. And I'm talking about the director, if, yeah, and directors and company secretary, those who are, I mean to say that those who are appointed by the company, and the external company secretaries also. Here the role of the company secretary is very important for filing of the annual return. Then this is the thing. Before going to this, I would like to take you one screen, that is this form I'm going to discuss, because you should know very clear about this. As I show you here, if you press your MGT7, you will get the form. Because why I'm telling you, because this is the form by through which annual return can be done. Here you can see the screen here. MGT7 is there and MGT7A. MGT7 is applicable for filing of the annual return by the company, and MGT7A is especially designed for the OPCs and small companies here. And so here MGT7, why the form is relevant? These are the this is actually the help kit that I'm going to show. So first of all, you have to so put your before going to download. You have to go to the MCA site, then download the forms as I showed to you. Then fill the following details. You have to fill the CIN, corporate identification number. The SIN number is most. Then if you fill that, after that your PAN number you have to give, the company's PAN number. Then whether they are listed on the recognized stock exchange. Here there is a pre-fill button also there. If you put the SIN, all the details will come, because you have in master in company master everything at a time of interruption of the company. Already the MC has taken all the data from you, so you have to put only the SIN, then do the magic. Then whether the share listed on recognized stock exchange, you have to give here, and after that details of the stock exchange where they are listed. This is I'm talking about the listing company. So what are the listed company here? And this is the CIN of registered and transfer agent. This field is it will come after if you put CIN, the pre-fill button is here. So all the data you will get. And then details of AGM. It's most important thing, your annual general meeting, because you know that the AGM we are doing every year, and for the especially for the company those who are incurring the first year, AGM should be complete in between 9 months, and for the upcoming year it will be 6 months. So details of AGM you have to give. After that, the next field is your nature of business activity. It is most important field, and the number of business activities. That means if you are, for example, the head office in Chennai and you are governing the branches in Vijayawada, so you have to give your number of business activities. What are the subsidiaries company includes in that? Then main activity of the group of the course. Then percentage of the turnover of the company, and the number of companies whose information to be given. You have to put here the holding and subsidiary accounts and joint venture, percentage of shareholders held part. These are the forms. So these are the data you have to give to the at time of filing of the annual return. So I would like to go to my slides here. The same thing I discussed here, and I gave the one format of that MGT7 also, because you should know the form. The registered office of the company, the management rules is talking about the registered office of the company. You have to give properly the registered office of the company, then principal of business. It's most important if you know the nature of business, and then subsidiary or associate of company.
Excuse me, Avinash. Are you running a presentation or are you just talking? I mean, you said next slides and all. We couldn't see anything moving. Could you?
Actually, sir, okay. This one is moving.
We are not able to see anything. Could you please share your presentation, please?
1 minute, sir, please. Now you can see.
Yes, we can see your presentation. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry for inconvenience. So here the annual return is there. These are the points you have to very clear before going to the filing of annual return, because the responsibility is given to the director or the appointed company secretary, or if there is no such appointment in big companies, like small companies or private companies, they can go to the external forms. So as I discussed 2 points, the registered office and principal business. Here I'm discussing about the subsidiary and associate company. I already saw in that portal that how you will fill the thing. Then shares and debentures, then shareholding patterns, then the loan details. That means any debts is there on the behalf of the company you have to give. Then promoters, directors, and key managerial personnel. Then remuneration of the directors you have to put. Then penalty and the percent disclosure. Here, actually, the term is penalty is coming. If you are filing the annual return in lately, you have to give 50,000 to 5 lakhs. The penalty is fixed here, and after that, these are the signing and due dates of annual return. You should know who will sign the thing and what are the due dates before going to the file. So first of all, signed by the directors, as I discussed, the company secretary. A company secretary is paid up capital. Why I am giving the paid up capital? If the company having the paid up capital 10 crore and the turnover is limited to 50 crore, then you have to, it's mandatory to file that annual return every year. Then due date of filing, 60 days on which AGM is held. That as I discussed that AGM is the most important, that annual general meeting, and they discussed in the form also why it is important and the details of AGM you have to give. So the due date is 60 days on which AGM is held, and AGM must be held within the 9 months of the company, including the first year of incorporation, and 6 months of closing of the account. 6 months is applicable for the upcoming the regular company. And these are the forms AOC4, and AOC4 is relating to the balance sheet, because you have to give your balance sheet disclosure in that AOC4. These are the attachments you have to give. AOC form AOC4, that is CFS, that is your your combined financial statement. That means if a company having 3 to 4 branches, you have to combine everything as you studied in accounts also, the CFS. Then having subsidiary and associate and joint venture. Then form AOC4, that is profit and loss account disclosure you have to give. Then MGT7 is annual return, as I showed to you. Then director's report, AAC2, MGT9, secretarial audit report. Then filing of CTC, that is compliance certificate, that is MGT 14. So I would like to take you the screen to my practical screen ahead. 1 minute. Is the screen visible here?
Yes, visible.
Okay. So this is the form that AOC4, as I discussed about MGT7. This is the form of AOC4. Why it is important? It is important because in this form you have to give all your disclosure of balance sheet and income statement, as you can see here, Part B, and here segment we are talking about the statement of profit and loss account. So what the field here, whether the CSR is applicable as per the section 135, you have to give the system your corporate responsibility here, and then net profit of last 3 financial year you have to give. Then the second point is average net profit of the company of last 3 financial year, respect CSR expenditure, then your total amount spent CSR for the financial year, then amount spent in local area, manner and which amount spent during the financial year are detailed below. I'm not going to details here because I need to discuss other forms here, and these are the forms quickly you can download from the MCA site. And before going to the file, I want to show you that one thing. Here these are the forms available. You can check here AOC4. Here you can see the thing. Your AOC4 is your form of filing of financial statement and other document is registered, and this one is for CFS. So these are the steps, 5 steps for filing of e-filing process. First of all, you have to register yourself. The company cannot go and automatically register. You have to register the person who is responsible. Here, you have to go to the MCA 21 site, same site. You have to give your details. Then the ID password will be generated. Then download the e-form as I show you the source. You have to go to the e-filing site and download the form. Complete the e-form by giving the details as I discussed earlier. Then submit your e-form and make payment. What will be happen then? You have to give the one payment remittance we get from the MCA side. MCA 21 to check the status. If you want to check the status of annual filing, you can go there and check one service request number, SRN number will be generated, and the computer generates receipt. Then track your if you want to track your service request also, you can track by through the one SRN number. And these are the provisions. Actually, the practical, if you before going to the filing, you have to be very clear about the provision. What the provision is saying as per the Company Act 2013. This is the certification of annual return, that is MGT 8 also from there. Why it is important? Because all listed companies, listed companies, they have to file the MGT 8. Then paid up share capital, as I discussed earlier. If your paid up share capital is more than 10 crore and turnover is 50 crore, it's mandatory to file MGT 8. Then signing of annual return. As you know that there is no physical signing at all, because we are in we are talking about the electronic form. So the form has to sign by the DSC, digital signature of authorized person, all listed company, all public company, then private company having paid up share capital 50 lakhs. This is the criteria for filing the MGT 7, 50 lakhs to turnover exceeding 2 crores. Then companies exempt. There is certain exemption of companies exempt from signing of the annual return from the company secretary. One is OPC. If you are included in the OPC company, in that case, it's exempt. And then small companies. I'm not going to details about what is small company and what is company and all, because we already covered in winter and final later. The additional information required, because these are additional in the particular of holding, subsidiary and associate company remuneration of directors, then came to key manager personnel and penalty or punishment imposed on the company director and officer. So all the details that we give here. Then this is actually the sections relating to the annual return. You have to be very clear about this 5 section 92(1). It's especially talking about the preparation of annual return. Then 92 subsection 4, register of the company of the annual return. Then 92 subsection 5, if you are failed to file its annual return, what are the fees and penalties included here? And 92 subsection 6, company secretary in practice. 35, as you told that earlier, that company secretary you can appointment by self in case of big company, or you can by the help of external firm also you can do the thing. Then 88 subsection 5 does not maintain a register of a member. Then the management and administration rule are also talking about the books of account to be kept. As you know that it's very simple, and I'll highlight here less than 8 years, because your books of account should be maintained in registered office itself. At least 8 years of immediately preceding the financial year, along with the relevant books and paper. And what the books of account includes, your profit and loss, income statement, your notes to account, your changes in equity. After that, cash flow statement, whether it's applicable based on its applicability. And then other relevant books and paper. I'm talking about the working paper. It has to be maintained at least 8 years. Then board of directors of the company will pass a board resolution. Resolution you have to pass. Then within the 7 days, what the time limit? 7 days of passing of resolution, company will file EOC 5 with ROC. In the same MCA 21 side, you can download the form and file the thing. And as I discussed this slide, I'm speaking what is the financial statement includes the balance sheet, the profit and loss account, cash flow statement, statement of changes in equity, any explanatory notes attached to financial statement of company governed by the special act. Then MGT 14, I already showed to you. If you want to, I will show in the last page itself. The board resolution approving the financial statement we filed with ROC by MGT 14 form. So, what the purpose of form actually? The MGT 7, that is annual return, it is e-form, electronic form, AOC 4. It includes, as I showed, either part 1 and part B, that financial statement and other documents registered. It includes a profit and loss. It includes a balance sheet. Then MGT 14, approval of director's report and an annual statement. MGT 9 is discussed about the extract of annual return. That means what is extract of annual return here? If you are, for example, this is we are in the financial year 2021, and before going to the final filing, you can extract filing that is known as your extract filing. That means before going to the final filing, you are doing giving the disclosure to the MCA. Then AOC 1 is discussed with company having any subsidiary and authorized company here. And these are the attachment you have to give. Actually, MGT 9 is attachment, and then AOC 1. And then AOC 4, what the form is talking about, financial statement duly authenticated as per the section 134. Then your auditor report, then board's report, then MGT 9 form, then secretarial audit report, then CSR policy, what are the company governing the CSR policy, statement of subsidiaries, associates, joint venture as referred under 129 of the format of from AOC 1 company CSR policy, details of salient feature and justification entering into contract. And this is a two form actually, because I showed you the form, and after that I'm discussing about this form MGT 7 and MGT 14, that is list of shareholders, debenture holders, approval letter of extension of AGM, copy of MGT 8. Why the approval letter of extension of AGM is required? For example, if you are not completing the AGM, you don't have the details, anything in your hand for AGM, you have to give your approval letter of extension, you have to give the reason behind it. Then MGT 14, the board resolution of approval and financial statement, and the second part is board resolution for approval of director's report. And this is the most important thing. We should very much clear about the time period of filing e-forms, because you cannot go and you cannot file every date and every year. There is certain dates and there is certain due dates for what is prescribed by the MCA. The first of all, AOC 4, within the 30 days of holding of annual general meeting, you have to file the thing. Then MGT 7, within 60 days of holding of annual general meeting, if there is no AGM, then within 60 days of the date of which AGM should be held. Then MGT 14, within 13 days of the holding of board meetings for companies and other private limited companies. And these are the sections relating to your annual forms. Your section 92, and I already discussed 129.3, that is 137 of the Companies Act 2013, and Rule 12.1 of the Company Accounts 2014, as I discussed that your management and administration rule. Then MGT 14, your section 179, subsection 3 and the clause B, read with the section 17, subsection 3 and B. I done with, before I going to conclude my thing, I want to share one screen with you. This is the MGT 14 form, and as I told you first, MGT 7, and what they include in that MGT, because MGT 7 and MGT 14 is most important form for annual filing. So you have to know the criteria. What are the criteria? First of all, you have to give your PIN. Then you click on the pre-fill button. You have to get all the details about this. And in last, details for the resolution. As I said, that board resolution section of the Companies Act that is under which part. Then section of Companies Act 1956, it's not required actually, it's optional. And in case of alteration in object clause, there is any alteration in object clause, you have to give the disclosure here. And in case of voluntary winding up under section 304, provide the following details. You have to give the details about it. Then details of the agreement. Agreement is relating to your MGT 14. Then service request number, as I discussed earlier, that SRN details of IMC 28 you have to give. Then declaration you have to provide. Then authorized person DSP. So this is complete from my end. If there is any question from audience, I would like to discuss about them, and I will wait for them.
I think, Avinash, there is one question on what are all the due dates for filing AOC 4 and MGT 7. I think you have already said what are all the due dates, but considering the current scenario of pandemic, there has been announcement on extension of such due dates, which is already mentioned in the rules. So the due dates now could be 31st December, or I think as I speak.
And you are absolutely clear. It's 31st December only.
Yeah.
And due to the pandemic, it has extended.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for your presentation. And
It helped me a lot.
yeah, may I now request Naina Agarwal of Guwahati to take us through her topic on registration, modification, and satisfaction of charges, please. Over to Naina Agarwal. Yeah, you are audible. Kindly speak a little louder. Can you be a little louder, please? Avinash, can you stop sharing your screen?
Yeah, sure.
Hope, Naina, your echoing will go now today. What we have seen. Yeah, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm Anna from Guwahati, and I'm here to present a paper on registration, modification, and satisfaction of charges.
Naina, you need to be a little louder, please.
So is it okay now? Am I audible now?
The voice is very weak. You know, I don't know. You need to speak loud.
I'm very loud, maybe because of the laptop. Will this do this much sound, or should I be more loud?
Yeah, this is fine now.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, kindly go ahead. Yeah.
Let's start with knowing what is the meaning of a charge. A charge refers to the right a company gives to its lender in return for a deal. The rights are often in the form of security given over a company's asset or group of assets. Almost all the large and small companies depend upon equity and borrowed funds for financing their projects. The financial institutions such as banks do not tend to lend their money unless they are confident that their funds are safe and will be repaid on the agreed terms along with interest. In order to secure their loan, they resort to creating a right on the assets and properties of the borrowing company, which is known as charge on assets. This is done by executing loan agreement, hypothecation agreement, mortgage deeds, and other similar documents which the borrowing company is required to execute in favor of the lending institution or banks. Registration of charge, as and when it arises and exists, is essential to guard the risk of creditors' funds and increase transparency among the class of lenders and the company. The main purpose of registration of charge is to give notice to the registrar of companies and also to the people who advance money to the company about the encumbrance created on the assets of the company. Moving on to section 77 of the Act, which states that it is the duty of the company where any charge is created on assets of its property, undertaking, whether it's tangible or otherwise, situated in or outside India, to register the charge with the ROC, wherein the particulars of the charge shall be signed by the company as well as the charge holder. In a nutshell, it is that the company has to register the charge whose assets have been under the charge. For example, let's say if the company takes a loan against the security of the assets owned by its director, in such a case, no charge is required to be registered as the asset is secured is owned by the director and not by the company. Similarly, if the loan is taken against a corporate guarantee, then that too is not required to be registered, as corporate guarantee does not constitute the assets of the company. For example, now, let's say B Limited is a subsidiary of A Limited, and B Limited obtains a loan from the bank by mortgaging the asset of the B Limited. So, here, the onus to register the charge lies on A Limited, since A Limited is the owner of the asset. That is, irrespective of the beneficiary of the debt, it is a duty to register the charge falls on the owner of the asset. The application for registration of charge shall be filed in Form CSG1 in case other than debentures within 30 days from the creation of charge. Form CSG9 is to be filed in case of charge created by debentures. Now, if a company fails to register the charge within 30 days, then it has the provision to apply within the next 60 days from the date of creation of charge. That is, 30 days has already been expired. Now the company has another 30 days to apply for registration of charge with the payment of the additional fees. If in this 30 days also, that is expiry of the total 60 days from the date of creation of charge, the company does not get the charge registered, ROC may allow registration within further 60 days on application with payment of an ad valorem fee. Section 78 of the Act provides a right to the charge holder to apply for registration of charge. If the company fails to register the charge within the 30 days, then the charge holder has the right for the registration of such charge. ROC then gives a 14 days notice period to the company, and if the company does not reply within this 14 days or does not object to such registration of charge, then the ROC shall register the charge. The charge holder is then entitled to recover all the expenses incurred for the purposes of the registration of charge. ROC then issues Form CSG. ROC then issues Form CSG2 for the certificate of registration of charge. Now, if where any modification has been done with the charge already registered, then it should be intimated to the ROC in Form CSG3. And the ROC shall issue certificate of modification of charge in confirmation of the same. A certificate issued by ROC in Form CSG2 and CSG3 are the conclusive evidence that the requirement of the Act for registration of creation or modification of charge, as the case may be, have been complied with. CSG7, that is, the register of charges shall be maintained by the company at its registered office and shall be open for inspection by members, creditors without any fee, and shall also be maintained at the MCA website. Moving on to the satisfaction of the charge, Section 82 states that upon satisfaction, company shall intimate the same to the ROC within 30 days of satisfaction of charge in Form CSG4. On an application by the company or the charge holder, ROC allows such intimation of payment or satisfaction to be made within a period of 300 days of such payment or satisfaction on payment of such additional fees as may be prescribed. In case company did not apply for satisfaction, but the ROC receives intimation from elsewhere, then after the expiry of the 14-day show cause period given to the charge holders, the ROC may register the charge in case no objection has been received and shall intimate the same to the company. ROC then issues certificate of satisfaction of charge in Form CSG 5. As per Schedule 3, where any charges or satisfaction of charges is yet to be registered with ROC beyond the statutory period, details and reasons thereof shall be disclosed in the FS and the note to FS. Now, where there are certain punishment provisions where any violation of the provision has been done of this chapter. The company liable shall be punishable with fine with a minimum of ₹1 lakh and maximum ₹10 lakhs, and every officer of the company who is in default shall be punishable with imprisonment, which may extend to 6 months, fine of minimum of 25,000, which can be maximum of ₹1 lakh, or with both. If any person willfully furnishes any false or incorrect information or knowingly suppresses the information required to be registered in accordance with the provisions of 77 for his action, he shall be liable under section 447 of the Act. It shall be noted that CAG 8 can be filed for condemnation with respect to creation, modification, or satisfaction of charge as the case may be to the central government. Central government, on being satisfied that the omission to give intimation regarding the satisfaction of charge or the omission or misstatement of any particulars is previously filed, or omission of any modification thereof was accidental due to inadvertence of some sufficient other cause, or not of nature to prejudice the position or stakeholders of the company. On an application made by the company informs AG 8 direct that the time given for the intimation of payment or satisfaction shall be extended, or the misstatement shall be rectified, as the case may. What is the effect of the registration? Why registration is so important? Because once the charge is registered, it acts as a notice to the public at large that the charge holder has an interest in the concerned property, and no person can take a defense against the charge holder that he was not aware of the charge being created against the property. And what if somebody does not register the charge? If no charge has been registered, then no charge created by the company shall be taken into account by the liquidator appointed under the Companies Act or the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code 2016, as the case may be, or any other creditor, unless it is duly registered and a certificate of registration of such charge is given by the ROC. That is, even if the charge was created during the sanction of the debt, but since it was not registered, the loan will be treated as unsecured at the time of liquidation of the company. Hence, it is significant for the interest of the lenders to ensure that the rights they have been given by creation of charge is duly registered by the company. That's all from my side. Have a great day.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you everyone for your presentation. May I now, try to understand, try to tell you, what was the great thing which I've noticed in your presentations which you have given. It's a very good initiative by the ICI, and especially thanks to the Vijayawada branch for taking this initiative to, see that the talent of the students is being tested. And I appreciate all the four of you who came forward in presenting the respective topics allocated to you. And there are few good things. Okay, I feel you guys are all very enthusiastic and then try to look into your topics, and had spent considerable time in preparing such topics. The key learnings, what I could say is, when it comes to the first topic of unsecured loans, I appreciate Ravi covered a lot of aspects with respect to loan, but I think if it would have been better if he has talked about something on the unsecured loans per se, rather than talking about more on deposits and the other loans. Anyway, that's a key learning point. We all will commit similar mistakes. It's appreciated, but I appreciate for his preparation on the topic. And coming to Paras, it was nice navigation of the SPICE 2 form. Only thing is we had slight discomfort in hearing because he was holding his mic or whatever it is very close to his mouth. So sometimes the voice is getting disrupted. But otherwise, he has dived deeper into the form and then narrated well into do's and don'ts while filling up the spice form. Good luck for us, and then we appreciate the participant to participate more in this kind of sessions so that their communication skills and articulation skills will improve. Coming to the other topic with respect to practical aspects of annual filing. I mean, yes, it was dealt on well, but few learnings is for Avinash. He should have looked into the practical difficulties rather than narrating what is the form and all about. And little bit of homework in terms of presentation would have been much better when it comes to showcasing the presentation and things like that. Anyway, I mean, within the time limit given to you guys, you have done an exceptionally well job, and we appreciate it. And this kind of opportunities were not there when we are doing our CA articleships. So we have learned during the days, in the past 30 days in terms of, getting trained and how to present, what needs to speak and all. But ICA has given you guys an excellent platform to talk about it. And coming to the last topic on charge creation and this stuff. Yeah, it was, a very short presentation, very well appreciated. But, there was some audio issues involved in that. If that would have been covered, it would have been much better. And I want to mention one thing in this charge creation. The Schedule 3, Division 1 and Division 2 of the Companies Act, from this financial year onwards, if you would have mentioned that there is an amendment introduced which says the companies has to declare the details in the notes to accounts with respect to charge creation and satisfaction of charge. So if that would have been said, probably it will be a value add point because you guys are all the foot soldiers for this profession. You are the front runners and front end guys who take this assurance profession or take the image of the ICA as an institute, going forward. So, and if you can articulate slightly more better and participate in these kind of sessions, it would have been it would be wonderful. And I just want to, relating to the topic and relating to audit, I just want to say a few words before I give my concluding remark. ICA has come up with a very good guide on the audit of small entities, where ICA has given a lot of checklists, audit programs, and things like that. Kindly use that guide so that you can improve your documentation while performing your audit in the file. If your firm has already had a documentation platform, fair enough. You can take this as a guide and then tweak or tailor it to your needs. So try to look into the ICA website resource page as many times as possible to perform your function as an auditor or even other functions as has been task given to you by your principals and partners. And it's a great initiative by Vijayawada branch, for all the students. Unfortunately, the number of participants are slightly low. I hope they will see the recordings at a leisure time. But I appreciate the initiative. I thank the chairman of the Vijayawada branch and the Sikasa chairman Garu also for taking this bold initiative in showcasing the institute's image. And I request people to take furthermore initiatives so that the quality of the students can be improved upon, and we can have a better quality of work, better articulations, and better communication skills get developed by these kind of courses. Because we feel, I mean, there's a talk in the market saying MBAs can be a better communicators than CAs. Yes, I agree to a larger extent, but we are the guys who go into the details. We don't talk on the overview of the business and all. We are the details persons, and we are the financial doctors for the financial statements. So with this, thank you guys for your wonderful presentation. And I hand over to Sikasa chairman of Vijayawada branch for further proceedings. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Totapalli Vijay sir, for accepting our invitation to be the session chairman and sparing your valuable time in spite of your busy schedule and deliberating upon 4 topics of this technical session and having critical analysis of our students' presentations and guiding them and suggesting them where they have done well and on the points where they have to be improved. Really, as said by you, sir, actually we have a YouTube channel, Vijayawada branch have YouTube channel, and almost excuse me, 21,939 subscribers are there in the last 10 months, and the channel has around 12,74,935 views, sir, and more than 760 videos are uploaded. And even each student session also, even the students are participating in less number, but afterwards they are almost, the views are hitting around in thousands. So we are doing, I felt we are doing something very useful.
No, you are doing an excellent job, no doubt. And I also request you, to, take the students and then walk them with the practical audit guide issued by the ICI, so that the quality of documentation will get improved, and we can face the regulators and other public in a better fashion if our file speaks for itself.
Yes.
Thank you, madam.
Definitely, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Garu.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for a wonderful session. Thank you for being here, and thank you for valuable inputs given by you, sir. Definitely, we'll try to implement, and we'll take Vijayawada branch Sikasa, and we'll try to mold students in a better way so that there will be wonderful people in the society. That much we can do as a profession, which we are, we can carry forward ahead. Okay, right, sir?
Thank you. May I take a leave, Chairman?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Wonderful participation.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, students. With this third technical session is concluded, and we are going to hear from MP Vijay Kumar Garu at 12:30. Before listening to him, our Sikasa team member Yash Gupta is going to impose some quiz questions and to the students. Please try to answer them. I'm handing over to Yash.
Are there any prizes for answering those questions, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay,
right.
We'll
get the prizes. And also those who raise the hand first will get the chance of answering the question.
Who raises their hand? Okay, right.
So the first question comes here. What is the composition of corporate identification number?
Yeah, it is Om Mirial. Yeah, unmute yourself and answer.
Yes, sir. Actually, SIN number is comprised of 21 digit alphanumeric number, and it is comprised of 6 parts. The first part is that it shows that list. Hello. Hello, am I audible?
Yeah,
Hello?
go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Yes, yes. The first part is comprised of listing status, means what's the listing status of the corporate entity. The second part is of economic activity, and third part is of what's the state code. Fourth part is of year of incorporation in which the company has been incorporated. Fifth part is that company type, means which type of company is that. And the sixth last part is the company registration number.
Yeah, it's a correct answer. You have done a fantastic job.
Thank you.
So here it is. We explained only this, but you have given all the composition of CIN. So coming to the next question. Identify the country flag.
It's Canada.
Yeah, it's Canada, madam. Canada.
Yeah. Ravi, I think answer is given by Ravi. So
Yes.
yes.
Are you noting down whoever answered the question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Canada, Canada, sir. It's
Yeah, answered by Mohan Babu, right?
So
Yes.
first it was answered by Ravi, sir.
Yes, sir.
We request the participant to raise the hand before answering. So it will be easy to us to conduct the quiz in a smooth manner.
Yeah, I also request all the participants to wait for the H to ask you to answer, so that whoever raises the hand, they will unmute them so that you can answer the question. Okay, right? Go ahead, H.
Yeah, this is the third question. What is the section 194Q of income tax? You can see Mohan Babu raising the hand. Yeah, Mohan Babu, what is it?
Yeah, I'm audible. TDS and sale of goods, sir. It is.
Yeah, can you please give a gist on that?
Yeah, it is effective from 1st July to 2021, and it is the section for TDS and sale of goods.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you.
So coming to the last question. Identify this personality. Yeah, Binesh Pradhan.
Sir, actually, he's clear, sir. Previously, I wanted for Q, but that question was passed. Name of this fellow. Sorry.
Okay.
But he's
Lakshana.
Yes. Manpreet Singh.
Yeah, you're right. He's a captain of Indian hockey team. We are coming to end of this round. The next question will pose after the completion of technical session 4.
Madam, please unmute. Shringar, unmute. Sir, good morning, Ravkishore.
Good afternoon, Chairman Garu.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
So, is my voice audible?
Audible, sir.
Right. So, I think we have some time. so that we'll be able to impress upon what are the features of the new income tax website, as well as a new feature for filing of audit reports has been enabled as late as some yesterday or day before yesterday. What we will try to do is, with the permission of Chairman Sikasa Vijayawada branch and Chairman Vijayawada branch, we will try to demonstrate as to how this add CA can be done, and how this form is to be, the utility of the form is to be downloaded, and how it will be prepared, etc., etc. We will do one thing. We will try to go through that. Before that, what we will try to do is so my dear friends, what we want to do is we will try to take you through the YouTube channel of Vijayawada branch, which is a host or a repository of various videos of programs that have been conducted by the Vijayawada branch for the last 1.5 years or 2 years. So you can go to YouTube and browse for Vijayawada branch of SIRC of ICAI. Vijayawada branch of SIRC of ICAI. Right, it's not AGM, but Vijayawada branch of SIRC of ICAI. If you go to that channel, you can examine that almost 22,000 and odd subscribers are there in this channel. What I suggest you is you subscribe to this channel, and you also enable the notifications, so that you will be able to get the notifications of what are all the new videos that have been posted on this site. If you go into the playlist of this Vijayawada site, you will have a host of what you call a host of programs which have been conducted by Vijayawada branch. And also, let us say, for example, if you take the workshop on Excel, we have conducted a program called Workshop on Excel, which comprises of 24 videos of Excel. Now, this Excel workshop has been conducted in association with CAU Saran Kumar, who is a chartered accountant based at Hyderabad, and who is an expert in Excel. Many of you might be subscribing to any channel or website or any person who teaches Excel online. But my dear friends, you will get this 24 sessions on Excel dealing with a host of features which are available on with Excel and are useful to you in your articleships, or the day you go into your practice. You will be very much be informed of all the what you call the functions in Excel which will be used for you. So I suggest all of you go through this Excel. Yeah, Chairman, do you want to add something?
Yeah, sir, MPV sir has joined, so you can finish this, and we can invite sir to take out the session.
Right.
Finish that, sir. Yes.
You are welcome, sir. MPV sir, welcome to Vijayawada. So if we can keep, if we can place MPV sir on spotlight, it will be useful. Yes. Sir, good afternoon, MPV sir. You are welcome, sir. Sir. Chairman is also.
How are you? Purna, Bhavana,
sir. Thank you.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. MPV Kumar garu. How are you, sir?
Meeku white vachestunde. Salt and pepper.
Yes, more salt, sir, but pepper is less. Salt is more.
Kranda paper. God bless. Please continue. I'm sorry. Please continue.
No, sir, I am filling the gap. That's all. We are very
I thought my session is at 12:30. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 12:30, sir, but technical session ended a little bit early.
Okay, we can start. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, done. Okay, fine. Whenever you're ready.
Introduce Morgan.
Okay. Before listening to our great leader, conference director, Central Council member, CMP Vijay Kumar, I request Vice Chairman of SICASA of Vijayawada branch, Anaga, to introduce MP Vijay Kumar, sir.
Good afternoon, sir. CA Vijay Totapalli, FCA. He has more than 30 years post-qualification experience and also has more than 17 years experience working in PwC, ENI, and he has exposure.
Sir, she got it wrong. So,
I'm sorry, sir.
Inexperienced. These are students.
They're all opportunities to learn.
Yes, sir.
Only thing
Before she could do that, sir.
I am happy to have his profile. He should not feel bad.
No, before Anaga could formally introduce MPV, sir. MP Vijay Kumar, sir, I would like to add a few words as a chairman of Vijay branch. Instead of that, I am a student of sir. Whenever I see this, sir, whenever I meet him, the nostalgia or good old memories of my student days brings back to me that Mylapore Fine Arts Club and my stay at Chennai in Mylapore, where early morning we used to listen to the booming voice of MPV, sir. With fond and with love and affection, we call him MPV actually. So he's the present Central Council member representing from Southern region, and did a lot of value addition to the profession. Where once we follow him as not only as a student but after becoming the member also. So what he did is, being in the committee, we could appreciate very much. And at international forum also, be it accounting standards or be it whatever committee he is there in, the value addition which he has done is tremendous. And we cannot put it in a few words. Thank you, MBV sir, for being here and for immediately accepting our invite. Even though your busy schedule, I think you are coming from Hubli branch, if I'm mistaken, right? Immediately you are joined here. Even whenever we friends meet, also we discuss about you, sir. How, in fact, we got inspired from you a lot, sir. So whenever they are there, I cannot say in words, but the emotions carry a lot, sir. Your classes and all morning, we used to listen a lot. Friends, whatever word you listen to, yes, sir, it's a Bible kind of thing. Okay. So please listen to carefully whatever he say today. He asked me, so what you want me to add, or what you want me to share with the students, or whatever you do, it will be inspiration to the students. So I cannot say whatever you want can take the session. That was the conversation we had other day in the telephone. So please be attentive and listen to sir. Okay, over to you.
Amiga is ready with the correct one this time.
Yes. Okay. I'm really sorry, sir. Good afternoon, sir. I feel proud for getting this chance to introduce our beloved CCM MP Vijay Kumar, sir. He did his BCom, CA, CMA, CS. He was a partner for about 8 years with Yoganath and Ram, established firm of chartered accountants, Chennai, registered with PCA OB US. Prior to that, he was employed with Sundaram Finance Services Limited. He is CFO of SIFI Technologies since 2007. He is a director for SIFI Technologies Singapore Limited, National Internet Exchange of India, and Tejo Engineering Limited listed in NSE. He is acting as council member of Institute of Chartered Accountants of India to 2016 to 2021. He played and also presently playing roles of chairman and member of various committees of ICAI. He is member IFRS Advisory Council 2019 to 21. Presently, member of SEBI Committee on Disclosures in Accounting.
Speaker on the professional circuit in India, ME and SEA on IFRS, accounting standards, audit, corporate laws, and capital market. He is author of over 8 popular titles on accounting standards, audit standards, and company law that have since enjoyed continuous reprints. Thank you, sir. With this request, MPV sir to please give his valuable message to our members.
Thank you for that introduction, and thanks Purna, both for the invite and the kind words you have shared. It's equally emotional and nostalgic for me seeing all of you, and in fact for me in my journey, particularly in the public life last 6 years, almost all branches, all the managing committee members have been somewhere or the other associated over a period of time. So I feel extremely happy. And for me, Vijayawada is a little more special, as you know, Purna, is because I grew up in Vijayawada. I studied at NSM Public School. I don't know if there are some students here from that school, but for me, any visit to Vijayawada is incomplete without going to Patamata, without going to NSM Public School. And I still have those fond memories of Mohandas Theatre, Durga Kalamandir, and Jyoti Theatre. Of course, Jyoti Theatre is now a conference convention hall. So many experiences. So thanks for the invite to be here today. How much time do I have, Purna? I'll plan my talk accordingly.
Generally, we planned for 25 to 30 minutes, sir. You can accordingly you can plan. Okay.
Okay. So it's about 12:20. I'll try to conclude at 12:50 or something like that. Okay. Fine. Thank you. So greetings to all of you, and I trust all of you are safe. And at the outset, hearty congratulations to all the students who are pursuing the Chartered Accountancy course. And I'm saying congratulations because you've taken one of the finest decisions in your life to pursue a course on Chartered Accountancy. I say this for the reason that in my careers between 92 and now, I've seen the economy change substantially, the country's economy change substantially. And people like me, Ravi, all of us have been huge beneficiaries of the economic growth over the last 30 years. Right from the liberalization which started in 91 onwards, several governments, several economic policy decisions, all of them have made the country much bigger. And that's how we have all built our career. But what is important now is two, three elements which actually promise the career to be much bigger and opportunities to be much bigger than what I have benefited from. First and foremost, all of you are aware that currently we are a $3 trillion economy, and whether you and I like it or not, 10 years from now, we will be a $10 trillion economy. Maybe 12 years if we, because of this post-pandemic impact, it may take 1 or 2 years. But given that all of you are in your average age of 21 or so, whether it's 10 years or 12 years and reaching a $10 trillion economy, look at the size of commerce, size of trade and commerce with which all of you are going to get associated. And I'm sure between now, where we are 3 lakh chartered accountants, in 10 years' time, economy will grow 3 times. But the number of chartered accountants is unlikely to even become double. Annually, we add about 15, 20, 25,000 chartered accountants. So look at the number and the opportunity which is there. Secondly, as far as the professional opportunities are concerned, thanks to the wisdom of our forefathers over a period of time, while we are the second largest accounting body in the world, that is more in terms of numbers, but in terms of qualitative leadership, I just want to leave a couple of very important indicators for you. One is the audit standards which you all are learning in your inter and final, the accounting standards which you learn, inter, final, Ind AS and all, and the code of ethics. All of this, please note, are based on the international standards. The 46 audit standards are literally a control C, control V of the international standards on audit. Same is the case with Ind AS and code of ethics. So each of you here, as a student are getting exposed to what is called the global curriculum. So you're all getting prepared to become chartered accountants for whom opportunities will not be within Vijayawada or Andhra plus Telangana or South India or India. You're all actually getting exposed to a knowledge which will give you career opportunities beyond India. And given the huge demographic advantage which India has, the rest of the world will source more and more and more from India. Many of you might already be aware, all the multinational companies, the Fortune 500 companies, the accounting for those companies happens out of Gurgaon, Pune, Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad. It happens out of these cities. So all the global corporations, they may operate in 100 countries, but the accounting for all the 100 country operations is happening only out of India. And it is only a matter of time when the audit also for those corporations will happen sitting out of India. I'm saying this on the fact of two things. One, in the context of today's telecommunication revolution, which is there, the kind of video communications and other communication which is there, the location doesn't matter. Most of the IT service providers, all of you would have heard of company like Zoho and all. Zoho does not operate out of the Bay Area or Hyderabad or Bangalore or Gurgaon or Chennai. It operates out of a place equivalent of maybe Eluru, a place called Sivakasi in Tamil Nadu, which is a small town. So the software development activity happens out of such a small town, and Zoho is a globally accepted software product. It's not an India software product, it's a globally accepted software product. So they're all delivered sitting out of this tier 3 and tier 4 cities. Now, similarly, as far as audit is concerned, there are audit firms in India who do audit for a German company who is listed in New York Stock Exchange, sitting out of Chennai, sitting out of Mumbai, and it is happening as we speak now. It is happening. So for such a company, the audit can even happen out of Vijayawada. Nothing stops. It just doesn't matter. The last point on this is, some of you must already be doing articleship. Just recall the last year, when we all did the audit for the financial year 1920, when we did in the month of July, August, September, when we had the severe lockdown, all the audits, we did it on a remote basis. We were in our office in Governorpet. We were sitting in our office in Labipet. We were sitting in our office in Bandar Road. We were sitting there, and our client was 5 kilometers away, 10 kilometers away. We got online access to the records of the client, minimized the visits to the client place, and finished the audit here. So whether that client is 5 kilometers away or 50 kilometers away does not matter. Once you are doing it remote, it doesn't matter where the client is sitting. And given the kind of telecommunication developments which are happening, most of the inquiry procedures in audit, we have one of the procedures, inquiry procedures. You can do it so nicely over a Zoom call or a WebEx or any other Microsoft Teams or whatever application with Google Meet, you could do it. And it is as effective as traveling all the way for 4 hours and meeting somebody and come back. And that's the harsh reality now. So for all of you, the opportunities are going to be global, and the course curriculum is designed to make you professionals who will have the world as the playground. For you, the playground is not Vijayawada or Andhra or Telangana or South India. It's a much larger world for which all of you are getting prepared. And that's the opportunity for all of you. And I would like all of you to get the maximum of benefit of the opportunities which present yourself. The second point I'd like to share with you before I come to two other specific things is, as far as the institute, I'm speaking from a board of studies perspective. So as far as the course is concerned, many of us would like to compare with other accounting courses in the world or other management courses which are there. So if you look at our course, the overall cost is maybe 60-70,000. Leave aside your tuition fees, which is your individual choice, 60-70K. And at the Institute Board of Studies, we have this virtual live classes, which are pretty successful now. And many students are just preferring only that option. So compare that with some of the global courses, which cost about 5 lakh, 10 lakh, whatever. At the institute, we have this nice model, which has evolved over a period of time, which today has a very fancy term called crowdsourcing. So within the institute, whether it is preparation of study material, there are at least 400-500 people who contribute to prepare study material at zero cost. Whether it is conducting exams, observers, invigilators, and paper setters, paper evaluators, all of them work for a nominal amount. And institute today has about 165 branches, and branch like Vijayawada, some of you would have gone there and have seen the activity. The office bearers there for a period of 3 years, 6 years, 9 years, give their full time for the cost of the institute, profession, and to serve the students. They give their time, and all of it is at zero cost. So as we speak now, the whole institute machinery, we have at least about 3,000 people who are volunteers, office bearers of the branch, regional council, chapters, study circles, and the council. At least 3,000 people of 10 to 15 years average experience, contributing their time to the cost of the profession. If the cost of all of this is included, the course would cost you a minimum of 15 lakhs. So what you are all getting is a value of a course whose pricing is about 15 lakhs is what is available at 60-70,000. And an examination, if you write typically any international examination, it costs you $500, $1,000. And here you have an examination fee of 2,000. The same exam would cost about 15,000. 13,000 is the sweat of so many volunteers who are contributing to the course. The point I'm trying to drive for all of you is that the course which you are pursuing is a very, very high value course. You need to recognize that it is just made accessible to you at low cost. And that's the model of the forefathers, because the idea is to have a positive social impact. I've been a teacher for nearly 20 years. And let me share a personal experience of mine. And this has been consistent all the 20 years. My experience in the classes has been that at least 80% of the students come from lower middle class or below poverty line. Within the classroom, when I see them, no student will appear that I am poor, I don't have money. Nobody will appear like that. They will look extremely normal, but I have had the good fortune of interacting with those children. And I know many of these children actually come 27th of the month, 28th of the month, they would actually reduce their food to 2 times a day. I know those children 2 times a day. They would go hungry in the dinner and manage it until the demand draft comes from their parents on 3rd or 4th of the following month. So this course has been a course which has always been made accessible to students at a very reasonable cost, and the social transformational effect it has had is, once the student qualifies, you are entitled for jobs in the range of 6 lakh, 7 lakh, 8 lakh, 9 lakh. And imagine a family which is struggling for 2 square meals or a square meal a day, now has an average earning of 6-8 lakhs from a family member. And that's the kind of impact it has had. The point I'm trying to highlight to all of you is that A, the value of the course which you are actually pursuing, and B, the fact that the kind of social transformational impact which this institute has been able to bring. And I'm sure some of the office bearers here, and I can count for myself, had this course not been affordable, I don't think I would have pursued this course. I would have just started with my BCom and just done my clerical and done whatever my life, because it was accessible at a reasonable, because there is no way my parents could have afforded me to study when my age was 20, 21, 22 and wait for me to earn at a later date and spend that kind of money, and many like that. So that's the kind of institution all of you are associated with. Now, having shared some of these initial thoughts, let me now come and share with you some thoughts on 2 aspects. I want to share thoughts on 2 aspects. One is regarding examinations, and another is regarding articleship. I want to share on these 2 aspects. First, as far as the, before I get to share with you on examinations, let me quote this gentleman to set one context right for all of you. And I would like you to carry this clarity of thought in your mind. Swami Vivekananda says that education is the manifestation of perfection already in a person. So when you pursue education, whatever perfection you already have, you may have 100% perfection, 60% perfection, that gets reflected in the form of education, get reflected. So you become a graduate, postgraduate, professional, medic, doctor, whatever. So it actually is a manifestation of what you already have. And character is the test of that manifestation, Let me make a small illustration to help understand what this character is all about. All of you are familiar about your school exit process or college exit process, where they give you what is called conduct certificate. And there is what is called character certificate. So conduct basically means how you behave when you are being observed. Education, exam, is when you are being observed, what is the outcome. Character is how you conduct yourself when you are not being observed. When you're not being observed, how do you behave yourself? Take, for example, I have a mobile device in my hand. What do I see when I'm alone? What do I see when my father is sitting beside? That what the discipline I have when I watch, when I'm on my own, that's character. Watching the same thing when my father is sitting behind me, that is conduct. So all of us eventually need to get to what is called as character, which basically as a professional, even if nobody is observing me, how do I conduct myself? That's the true test of character. Now, I'd like to spend a couple of minutes on this. Sorry for this noise if it is coming to you. It's just because one of my colleagues was a little over enthusiastic in doing this animation. Now, this is one of the very important, there's a few principles which I hold very dearly to me. And this is one of those principles which I've always held. And I'm sure each of you can connect with your own individual experience also. Each of us judge ourselves by what we think we are capable of achieving. So I think I can do this. So I judge myself based on that. But as far as the outsiders are concerned, other stakeholders are concerned, they will always judge us not by what we think we are capable of doing, but they will judge us by what we have already achieved. It is only our actions on the basis of which the others will judge us. I'll tell you why I believe this to be a very important principle. This is a very important principle because as all of you commence your career a year from now or 3 years from now, whenever, depending on whether you're in foundation, interfinal, whenever you begin your career, please note the opportunities of career which comes to you will not be based on what you think you can do and all. The person will recruit you. The person will give you professional work based on what he thinks that you have done, what you have done. So it is your experience, your results, which matter in terms of how others will see us. And for this reason, it is important that we consistently work over a period of time. And in my own personal experience, over a period of time, I have been a beneficiary of how others perceive me. There are people who think I can do this, they give that work to me. There are people who think I can't do this, they don't give it to me. There are people who think that this guy can conduct like this, they take me there. There are people who think I cannot do this kind of a thing, they will not take me there. So that's how they do. So I may be able to do, but they think I'm not capable of doing it, and that's how the outcome is. So it's extremely important that as you build your bricks, as you build your brick for building a big institutional career, you should be very cautious of the fact that what you think about what you are does not matter, and what others think about you matters. When I mean others, in your articleship, how the principal sees you, how the other partners of the firm see you, how your fellow article students see you. Please note, the fellow article students with whom you are working today, 15 years from now, and it will fly like this, they will be occupying different roles in the society or career, and their impressions from the experience they have had with you is what is very important. So it's very important that as you start building your career, you should be very, very conscious of what is the message you are leaving about yourself with the others, how you are allowing others to perceive you. That messaging is very important. So in articleship, in your client's place, and forum, like whenever you are in social place, the kind of conduct you give, the kind of work commitment you show is what will help others to form an opinion about you. And that consciousness is important. Now, on the exam preparation, I have these 3 slides on which I'll spend a little time. First and foremost, on what I call as the big six. And this is important not just for exam, they're important even for your professional career later. I'll just leave it at a high level in the interest of time. There are 2 buckets. The first 3 are one bucket, and the bottom 3 is another bucket. But these are the 6 important ones. The first and foremost for all of you is, you all need to identify what is the purpose of my existence. That is what we call as mission statement. I'm sure all of you, when you visit a client's place or you visit some office or a hospital, you'll find mission statement, vision statement and all. Mission means purpose of my existence. So everything you do in your day-to-day life should be driven towards that purpose. It's that purpose which should guide you. That is the purpose of my existence. So as far as my career goes, this is my mission. I want to be this. That is important. Second is, for that purpose, I need to have a vision as to what is it that I will achieve. What is it that I will achieve? And vision is a function of how much awareness you have, how much experience you have. Vision is how long you can see and how wide you can see. How long, how far, and how wide you can see. And that vision will get better over time as you interact with people, as you read, as you travel. All of this will give you experience and knowledge about how much you can see. Why that vision is important? Because let's assume, I'll give you two things. One, we tell he's a visionary. We tell this leader is a visionary. Why we tell? Because he's able to see things. He knows 10 years from now it is likely to be like this, and he starts taking steps towards it. That is called visionary. Now, for us also, the ability to see far is important. If you're not able to see far, you see only so much, then after that you hit a roadblock and it doesn't help you. So you have to build that experience and exposure. Programs like this, interacting with various people, getting to know their perspectives, and you build your vision, because you can't do it in isolation. If you don't build a broad and a far vision, what will happen is, if you're looking only like this, there are opportunities outside this and opportunities outside this which you'll miss. I'll give you two simple examples. For some of you who may be interested in statistics as well, actuary, being an actuary is a good career opportunity. Some of you are interested in inquiring, detection and all. Fraud examination is an opportunity. So if your vision is so much and you don't know about these opportunities which are there, you will miss pursuing those things. So if you attend seminars like this and listen to various people, let's assume Purna, Sharon are organizing seminars on fraud examination, fraud detection. So you listen to 2-3 speakers for some time, you get an understanding of, oh, this is also there. Okay. So among the choices I have, this is one other choice. Let me think through a little more. Let me do a little bit of research. So your vision gets broader, and probably for your DNA or skill sets, that's a good opportunity. So otherwise, you will not even know that this opportunity exists. And when you look back later, you will feel that, oh my God, I might have probably tried that. Let's take, for example, information technology. I know there are many chartered accountants who have made it very big in information technology. So those who have passed chartered accountancy in 90s and 2000s, some of them who had that exposure, that this was a sector which is going to bloom. This was a sector where if I have a technology understanding, the career opportunities, ESOP, etc., I will make a killing. Those guys have made it. Some of us who did not have that understanding, we thought we'll do traditional practice, file returns, this, that, and all. We all missed that opportunity. In hindsight, we feel that probably I did not know that. I did not know that. Had I known, probably I would have taken a different decision, or at least I would have evaluated that. So it's important. All of you should have that vision. Third is planning. On planning, all of you know that failing to plan is planning for failure. So all of you know that. I don't need to elaborate that. But having developed a purpose for your existence, vision, and a plan to achieve the vision, it's important to have the right inputs. Inputs can be what study materials, what type of coaching, online coaching, in-person coaching, self-study. So what kind of inputs? Then I need to put it through a process. Process is what kind of routine I need to follow so that I get a desired outcome. And anything in life, if the inputs are not good, output will be bad. Input is very good, but the process is not correct. I will not get the right output. Just think of making a dish at home. I cook very nicely, but the quality of inputs is bad. The food will be bad. The inputs, I bought it from the best department store, but I don't know the right ingredients, when to mix and how much to mix and what temperature levels to mix. Output will again be bad. So it's very important that if I want the right output for my exam, I should identify what inputs are required, put it through a process systematically so that I arrive at the right output. Now, 2 slides here as a student. There are 3 I's and 3 P's. One is the interest should be absolute. If you have slightest of shortfall in your passion or your interest towards the course, it's unlikely you will succeed. Your success will directly proportionate to how much hungry you are to achieve that particular goal. Like, for example, like I'll give a small example. Don't get me wrong. May not be a very nice example, but still, let's say, for example, first day, first show. I'm very interested that I want to see this movie first day, first show. So when you have that kind of interest, you move heavens and earth to make it happen. It happens that way. That's the extent of interest you have in that. So that kind of an interest you need to have. Intelligence, don't get me wrong. But my experience is this course does not require you to be a super intelligent person. This course deals with commerce. It deals with common sense. And I keep giving this example. Take, for example, a partnership. All of us know whether law is there or not. Partnership means you require a minimum of 2. Partnership. Can I have a partnership of 1,000 people? We know when 1,000 people have to work together, one person working on behalf of others, mutual agency principle. A number like 1,000, it can never be successful. So the partnership should be for a smaller number of people. Should it be 10? Should it be 20? Should it be 50? What should be that number? And one of you may think 10, another may think 20, another may think 100. So the law tells, in the wisdom of the nation, we believe a number like 50 is an appropriate number. Why not 49? Why not 51? That's a different discussion. But whether it's person A, person B, person C, all of us should have a common viewpoint, that is 50. The point I'm trying to highlight is, in this course, if you look at every subject, whether it's accounting, law, auditing, tax, you will find it highly commonsensical. The rules which are there are basically to ensure that the way, whether it is Purna or Shirin or Ravi, whoever sees it, all of us see it exactly the same way. Minimum 2, all of us see the same way. But maximum, Purna might feel, no, 30 is enough. Shirin might feel, no, 10 is more than enough. Ravi might feel 75 is good. But we need to have some common number so that from administering the law across the country, there should be one common number. And that common number is 50. So every legislation, like on this similar logic, some rules are developed. But otherwise, there's a common sense behind all of these things. And that's all is required as far as this course is concerned. And you need to have an adequate involvement. Now, 3 P's, 3 I's and 3 P's are important for exam: planning, preparation, practice. I'll spend time on the practice part. I guess most of you are students of foundation or inter. Some of you may be final students. And you just need to look back to your 12th standard. If you look back to your 12th standard, you'll all recall that your 12th exam was in March. The syllabus of 12th was completed by November, December. The last 3 months, whichever school you studied, they made you write the exam again and again and dropped you into the main exam. And you just went and wrote the exam like another day in life. And when you wrote the exam, you never had a thought that you might fail. The question was whether I'll get 98% or 95 or 85%. That was the only question. When you have experience of that successful model, all you need to do is replicate the same thing now. So whether it is CF inter or final, you have to finish your preparation early and dedicate about 3 months only for what I call match practice. So you have to keep practicing it, play a few Ranji Trophy, Duleep Trophy, this trophy, that trophy, and get ready for the main matches so that your fitness levels, your rhythm, everything falls in place. And for this, mock tests have to be written. Mock test, the branch conducts. Don't write it alone at home. That will not be a proper test. Branches conduct, go to the branch, sit and do it. Or group of 5 students come together and tell, Next Saturday, let's write a mock test on 4 chapters of auditing. The following Sunday, let's write 5 chapters on law. After writing for 2 hours, A will give the paper to B, B will give the paper to C, C will give to D, D to E, and circle. We will sit and evaluate ourselves quickly as to what is the scope of improvement. So if mock test is not there, don't keep telling that test is not there, that's why I did not write. You are a professional. You should figure out ways in which you can solve what is required. So practice, and my own experience having been a teacher for a reasonable period of time, the only thing which can help you crack the exams is exam practice. Just like whether it's football, sports, music, drama, anything, the more you practice, more successful. Take something like a college drama itself. If you're doing rehearsal 4 times, it comes nicely in the main program. Do it 2 times, it comes so and so. It's a question of how much of practice you have done and got the rhythm. And that's what is important. And let me share with you, friends, my experience of students are struggling in CA exam. It's largely because of lack of practice of writing the exams. No others. It's not because the student is not intelligent or not because the exam question paper is tough. It's just that I have not got enough match practice to play the main match. I'm playing an international match. If I were to play the international match, look at the level of practice I should have done to get there. Whether it's net practice or league matches or whatever, I need to do all of those to get there. That's part is important. So with this, in the interest of time, let me conclude. I wanted to spend some time on articles, but maybe some other occasion I'll spend.
Thank you so much, sir. Being you are my guru, I feel very much proud when I could share the screen with you. Thank you for your inspiring and motivating message to our students. And thank you for giving me that pathway for preparing for CA examinations. So much glad to listen to you more than we planned. Thank you. And I request CA Purnachandra Rao garu, Chairman sir, to speak about a few words about the session.
Purna, are you there?
Sir, the power was off and we have he is going to join.
We need to log in, I suppose.
Yes.
No, please add your words.
I'm there.
Sir, please add your words.
Sir,
So the power was lost, sir.
Sharing Minpis Nama?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Shita. Okay. So now coming back, this is the concluding slide.
Okay.
Is practice what you expect from others. Second is practice what you are expected to deliver. Like, for example, tomorrow when you go for employment, everybody is going to recruit you for your work experience. They are not going to recruit you for your book knowledge. My experience, I've seen rank holders have lost the job in 4 months. In 4 months, they have lost job if they don't have articleship experience. So ensure that you are practicing work which you can deliver. Last is practice communicating. It's very important that in the profession is all about communicating, whether it is preparation of financial statements or an audit opinion, it is all about communicating. Communicating does not mean public speaking skills. Communicating is about the work which you have done, how you are communicating, and the discipline with which it is you are able to attract readers' attention. That's what communication is all about. So with this, best wishes to all of you and stay blessed. Thanks, Purna and all the managing committee members for the opportunity to be part of this conference. Maybe some other occasion when I get opportunity, I'd like to spend some time sharing my thoughts on articleship. Over to you, Purna.
Yeah, thank you, sir. My heart goes out to thank you for thank our beloved CMP Vijay Kumar Garu for his encouraging words and motivational words. Definitely, sir, your words or your speech today, be it Big Six or 3 A's or 3 P's, will make better citizens. Whoever students who have listened today, I keep on telling my article students, sir, that intelligence is not required in this course. Just the dedication and hard work is required. And the same words which I keep on thinking of how from where I have taken the cue. Now I remember that I have taken the cue from you only. So the article students who have logged in today, they will, they will also, join with me in stating these words, that I keep on telling them that intelligence is not required for this course, and the same thing you have stressed. And definitely our forefathers, what with the intentions what I have designed this course or curriculum, definitely have reiterated the same, and definitely we'll hand out the better citizens to the society. Will play a larger role in making the building our nation, sir. Okay. And also I would like to reiterate that without your presence, we could not accomplish what we had dreamt for, sir. Okay. Thank you once again for your whenever we reached out to you, you are here, you are there to guide us throughout the conference. You are taking the inputs. My Zika's chair, Shirin ma'am also is in touch with you. So whatever we are these last 2 days we have been seeing, without your support we couldn't have accomplished, sir. Okay. Thank you once again. Over to you, Shirin garu.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.
With this, today's morning session was concluded, and afternoon at 3 o'clock we are going to join again and we will have a special session, motivational session by Murali Krishna and unsung heroes and other motivational topics he is going to deal with. And after that, the fourth session will be initiated, and with the session chairman, CA Saran Kumar sir, and that topic technology. Thank you.
Ma'am, can you conclude the session? Ramesh, can you conclude the
నరేంద్ర గారు నేను హోస్ట్ గా ఉన్నట్టున్నాను.
Can you please conclude, sir? Yes, stop.
End meeting కొట్టేనా?
End meeting, sir.